Welcome to the Mizzle Dub Show. Welcome to the Mizzle Dub Show. 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 Dub Show. Welcome to the Mizzle Dub Show.
Our special thanks to a friend of the program, our little big brother. And of course, his son, my nephew, dropping the beat and being the super dope beat maker. Welcome. It is Christmas for a lot of us today. Yes. As we first remember 9/11, but also it is cheers to football. As you can see, he's got the big cup of Joe in the morning. I just have some high quality H2O.
Oh, I got that as well too. It's here.
With the Batman logo. So very simple. It's just going to be, we're going to pick our picks. Only games we're going to discuss is our respective teams playing today. And then we will give our predictions of division winners, playoff teams, and our Homer Super Bowl matchup. And then I guess if our teams suck, what matchup we would like to see. But anyhow, we'll start with the battle. Well, first off, kudos to the Bills. The Bills took care of business. Went to Inglewood, Josh Allen laid the smackdown, and the Bills are very serious about trying to get to Glendale in Super Bowl 57.
Yes. But before we get really started, sir, we got to give honor and thanks to you for fulfilling your dream Friday. Tell the fans and everybody of the show what went down real quick before we get into the show. What you did.
Well, very quickly, people that know me know that since I was 5, I wanted to be a sports commentator. I mainly do play-by-play. And a friend of mine, through a former coworker of mine, sent me a message on Liberty asking, did I want to do a high school football game? Now, originally, it was supposed to be Bishop Gorman. It turned into Faith Lutheran against Bakersfield Christian, so it was California versus Nevada. And originally, I was supposed to do color commentary. And then Tony, who got me the gig, said, well, you know what? Take play-by-play for the first quarter. So after the first quarter, he looks at me like, who in the hell is this guy? And he lets me do play-by-play for the rest of the game. So there's a high possibility chance that I might be doing some more Friday night light games during the season.
Awesome, man. Yeah, I might, if you get that, man, I might have to subscribe to that website so I can hear you better than what you tried to do for us on Instagram, which we truly appreciate that, man. But that was awesome hearing you live out your dream, man. Just you got to start somewhere, and maybe pretty soon you will be up there fulfilling the dream.
Well, I'm taking you with me because, damn it, if they're gonna have me do a show, I'm like, I'm only doing the show with one person. If you don't give me him, then damn it, I'm not doing it.
Appreciate that, my brother.
Well, like I said, even though it's our show, you are the brain trust of this because this was your idea back in 2020. So quickly, we're gonna go through all the games and just pick our winners. We have the Battle of the South, Saints and Falcons at the Bird's Nest in the Georgia Dome. A second chance for Mariota. Jameis Winston will try to stay healthy. Dennis Allen gets a second crack at it, but I'm slightly going with the Dirty Birds in this game just because I think Mariota has something to prove.
Yeah, we might have this little thing going on here to where we be agreeing with each other. So buckle up, folks. But yeah, I got the Falcons as well too, just because I believe Mariota wants to show the world that he was and is still a starting quarterback. I mean, he took a chance when he played with the Raiders. That game against, I want to say, the Chargers. He should have won that game. I mean, that ball he threw to Darren Waller was just on a dime. So I got the Falcons in this one. And Mariota, I got it maybe 7-10 points on this one.
Well, normally when these two get together, it normally is never lacking for drama. It's always close down to the wire, sometimes even going in overtime. But
yeah.
I like
maybe overtime.
I like the Dirty Birds, aka our alma mater in high school, because we are Falcons, but that's another story. AFC champions, the Bengals, trying to prove that last year was no fluke and that they don't have the Super Bowl hangover. They'll be hosting their longtime rivals, the Steelers. End of an era. Big Ben is off in the sunset, and Mitch Trubisky will get the keys to the car to start. It is hard to figure out what kind of Steeler team you're going to see this year, but the one constant that's there is Mike Tomlin. But I'm going with the defending conference champions just because I think they are still upset and pissed off from losing Super Bowl 56.
Yeah. Again, I'll second that. I'm going to go with the Bengals. I just don't know what Mitchell Trubisky you're going to get. I don't see Mitchell Trubisky playing the whole year. I see Pickett getting there and getting his feet wet sometime soon. But yeah, I just believe Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase and Mixon is going to be too much. I got the Bengals 17-point win.
Calling a blowout.
Yeah.
This one is very interesting. The Lions, not only do they sell out their home opener, it is standing room only. And if you did not watch Hard Knocks on the Lions, shame on you. You missed a whole lot of passion from Jamal Williams, from Dan Campbell, from Jamal Williams, from Deuce Staley and Aaron Glenn going back and forth in practice. They host the Eagles. A lot of people got the Eagles perhaps winning the East. Some even have them winning the NFC. Pump the brakes real quick.
Yeah. Hold your beer. Hold your beer on that.
We still got to see if Jalen Hurts can play in this league, which he has shown signs and tremendous talent. But
yes,
I'm going with the Roar. I'm going with the Lions on a last-second field goal to win the game, and they will be dancing in the streets at Ford Field.
Yeah. Well, 3 for 3 on this one. I am also going with the Lions just by watching Hard Knocks and like last year, their record did not show how good of a team that they were becoming. I mean, they got some talent over there, and Dan Campbell will have you running through brick walls just alone. So watching Hard Knocks and seeing what they're building in Detroit, I got the Lions, maybe a 3-point touchdown win on this one. I need more. I need to see more from Jalen Hurts. I'm not ready to crown him yet, even though they did make the playoffs last year. But he's a spotty quarterback, and so the Lions on this for sure.
But adding AJ Brown to complement Miles Sanders and Devontae Smith does help.
Huge.
Next game, and for some reason, over the years, doesn't matter if Brady was the quarterback or whoever's the quarterback. For some strange reason, the Patriots just seem to struggle when they go to South Beach. And if maybe there ever was a time for the Dolphins to get the Patriots, it might be today, just considering of all the weapons. And we kept saying off the air, there is no more excuses for Tua Tagovailoa. You have all the targets that you have been given to you.
Yes.
It's now time for you to prove, the one, that you're healthy, and two, that you can finally get it done. I'm slightly going to go with the Dolphins just because I just can't pick the Patriots. Just they're the Patriots, and our friend of the program is going to try to get some passion on me by mentioning a certain somebody's name that I can't stand, and then just going to put a whole tirade. But I got the Dolphins slightly by an edge just because something about playing in South Beach that just seems to get the Patriots off their equilibrium. I don't know why that is. It's been that way over the years, but I got the Dolphins in a close game. I guess you can call that my upset special for the day.
I can't pick the Patriots. Just number one. It just doesn't flow right with me. The reason why I'm gonna pick the Dolphins on this one, as much as I don't want to pick the Patriots, I kind of want to pick the Patriots, but I'm going to pick the Dolphins on the simple fact of the matter is Tua wants to show off. Tyreek Hill wants to show that he's not just blowing smoke up people's buns by saying that Tua is an accurate quarterback, because he ain't. It's going to be one pass that Tyreek is going to be clearly wide open, and the ball's going to be underthrown. We seen it last year. We know what Tua is all about, but I just see he's going to get the ball out quicker. Mike McDaniels is a damn good OC, and he's going to be a damn good head coach. Dolphins by 3.
He picks the Dolphins by 3. This one's a very intriguing matchup, because even off the air, we were talking about the Lamar Jackson contract situation.
Oh, I wish I could turn down money like he did.
What he turned down. And then you have the Jets, who if you've been watching the show, we've been hyping the Jets in the direction that they're going under Robert Saleh.
They are
so
going to be
today,
good.
This could be the Joe Flacco revenge game, because Joe Flacco was a Raven for many, many years, led them to some big wins over the years, including Super Bowl at the expense to my beloved 49ers. That broke my heart.
Yes.
It was our first Super Bowl loss. Flacco has a lot of motivation. Now on paper, Baltimore should win this game, but I'm picking the upset special. I'm going with the East Rutherford Jets.
Oh,
and Joe Flacco to get his revenge on Baltimore. You heard it here. I'm picking Gang Green to upset the Ravens at home at the Meadowlands.
Well, F it. Let's ride it. Jets, Jets. Let's go, man. We've been giving them the credit for about 3 years, saying that they were going to be up and coming. Why not a better way to prove it today? Yes, it would be nice if it was Zach Wilson, but just some way, somehow, the scheduling gods have put games against division foes, and some teams or players playing their former teams. What a better way for, like you said, for Joe Flacco to take it to the Ravens. And Jets all the way. It's not just they're going to do it even though I have Lamar Jackson in my fantasy, I have the Jets winning this game by 10, 14 points.
And hopefully they feed Breece Hall the football and he gets me some points in fantasy.
Hey, here we go.
Shout out to the rookie from Iowa State.
Here we go.
And now I dread talking about this game just because of the damn name. The Jacksonville Jaguars against the team that plays in Landover, Maryland.
Oh boy.
The worst turf in NFL football.
Talk to him.
And just we have gone over this name so many times on this show, and still, for the fact is, you had 2 years to come up with the name.
Yeah, and you still couldn't get it right.
And you come up with the Commanders?
Well, I mean, look at their owner. Just look at their owner. Tom Sula.
So yes, it is the Commanders, the commies, if you will.
Yes,
against the Jacksonville Jaguars. The uniforms look ugly on the Commanders. I'll just say it like that. It has been a struggle for Carson Wentz.
Yes.
I don't know what they're gonna do, even though you do have Tyler Heineke in the background. I mean, the Commanders do have some players on that squad. I mean,
their receiver.
Antonio Gibson is a tremendous receiver. Troy McLaurin is a great receiver. You also have Curtis Samuel. You also have Logan Thomas, who's become a tremendous tight end. And the defense do have some players, despite the fact that they don't have Chase Young. They still have Montez Sweat, who is a force on one side of the edge, and hopefully Chase Young can come back. But, re-aggravating your ACL when you're at somebody else's camp is definitely not a good look, and certainly it brings question to mind. Even with all that, I'm going to roll with sunshine on the Jags just because Trevor Lawrence gets his buddy back. And we're talking about one Travis Etienne from Clemson.
Dynamic.
If you didn't see the film on him in Clemson, watch the film. And I think Doug Peterson, his second go around as head coach, I think he will put Trevor Lawrence in some good situations.
Agreed.
And I think he'll see a very improved Jacksonville squad.
Totally agree. But I got the Commanders on this one. I got the Commanders just for the simple fact of the matter, what's going on with their organization. We've seen what happened when there's turmoil in your organization. It can fuel your team. Clearly, my team got all the fuel last season with all that.
Correct.
But I just have faith in Ron Rivera. I just feel that he's going to have that team prepared. That defense is going to be prepared. I mean, I don't think Chase Young is playing because he, like you said, he hurt himself again. But they're going to come pumped up. It's going to be a close game. It might come down to who has the ball last, but I think the Commanders has this one by 3.
Well, I just only have one lingering question. Now, of course, for the long time when they were under the name of the Washington Redskins, of course, their touchdown fight song was "Hail to the Redskins, Hail Victory, Braves on the Warpath, Fight for Old DC." So, my question is, Are they gonna sing "Hail to the Commies"?
I would say no. It doesn't.
Because I really
It doesn't go with what to change
soldiers on the war
everything. Just change everything. Strike it clean. Start over. Get a new chance.
soldiers on the warpath, fight for old DC. Inquiring minds want to know. The
Yeah.
Baker Mayfield Bowl takes place in Charlotte, North Carolina.
Yes.
The Browns go to Carolina to take on the Panthers, and Baker Mayfield has not shied away. He has clearly said, I want to stick it to the Browns. I'm still picking the dog pound because the dog pound has the better squad. And even though Deshaun Watson not playing, Jacoby Brissett is very capable of handling the offense until Deshaun Watson gets back. And I really want Baker to do well because, I mean, Baker was set on trying to turn around the Browns, and he did get the Browns to the playoffs one year, and he gave the dog pound hope, and then the Browns just basically said, well, we want Deshaun Watson, screw you, bye-bye. So I expect Baker to play with some feeling, some passion, but at the end of the day, the Browns have the better squad. I'm taking the dog pound.
Well, again, go back to what I said a few seconds ago, is the schedule makers have put another game against a former player playing his former team. I mean, Baker's going to come out pumped. Who knows how long Christian McCaffrey is going to be on the field. You know, he's one runaway of being calling for the help to being hurt.
And he's so damn talented. He really is.
I mean, we've seen him run at Stanford. It is like,
yes.
It was tremendous.
Yes.
You're going with the Browns. I think Baker pulls out a last minute hoorah.
Oh.
I got the Panthers winning this one because I believe Christian McCaffrey is going to give him that space. They're going to bring 8 in the box. They're going to overuse Christian McCaffrey in this game like they always do. But I just see Baker Mayfield willing. He wants it too much. And I don't see him overplaying himself. I see maybe 1 or 2 interceptions because he has to get his field right, but I got the Panthers by 3. Last minute field goal.
He's got the Panthers winning the game. Well, this should be a very easy prediction. The Colts are in Houston to take on the Texans.
Colts.
The horse, even though Dameon Pierce, rookie running back from Florida, he's in my fantasy league. Give me some points, kid, and that is one talented running back. Trust me, I know, being a Georgia Bulldogs fan, he gave my Bulldogs fits. A very interesting matchup, an interconference matchup, as we now go to the late games. The Giants and Bill Darble, former Bills offense winner, takes the Realms, and he goes against Mike Vrabel and the Tennessee Titans. One thing we know about a Mike Vrabel coach team, they're always going to play hard, and they're going to play to the final gun, and they're going to feed King Henry the doggone football. And is Ryan Tannehill on borrowed time with Malik Willis sitting in the wings with his talented, versatile self? I'm glad that Saquon Barkley is back and healthy. The question is, can Daniel Jones be that guy? We don't know, but I am picking the Titans by at least 10 in their home opener over the Giants.
I'll piggyback off that, and I'll take that as well. The Titans. Just too much Derrick Henry, and he's going to make life easy for Tannehill. So we pretty much know when Henry's on the field, he's 8 in the box. You can't stop it. And then when you think they're going to run it, that's when Tannehill takes it over the top. That's when he's at his best, when the running game is working. Quick slants and everything. So I got the Titans on this one as well by 10.
Now another unique matchup, NFC North matchup. The Green Bay Packers going into the big ATM to take on the Minnesota Vikings at US Bank Stadium. Now, mostly, I would go with Rodgers.
Easy.
But because you lose so much firepower, losing one of the best receivers in the game, which you said, don't be surprised if my team trades for him, which they did, and we'll get to that momentarily. I really like the Vikings in this game. I really do. And that's rare for me to go with Kirk Cousins, but
you like that?
When you add Jalen Reagor to go with Justin Jefferson and Adam Thielen and not to mention you have Irv Smith, the tight end, and not to mention you have a bell cow from Florida State by the name of Dalvin Cook, and not to mention you have a pretty dang good fullback in C.J. Ham, who sometimes doesn't get utilized enough for me.
Yeah.
I just like the Vikings firepower to be more than the Packers. And of course, you and I both know this. With 12 back there, you always have a chance.
That's a bad man, there, Stephen.
That is a bad man. But I just really like Skull this afternoon.
Well, like I said in the beginning, this is going to be something that is rare. We're going to agree again. I got the Vikings as well. I just think that it's going to be close because, like you said, when that bad man's back there and he's healthy and he's loving football, when Aaron Rodgers is having fun back there, it's lights out for anybody. It doesn't matter who's playing wide receiver. He will just catch the darn ball because he's going to put it on you. That's all you got to do.
He's going to put it on your hands. He's going to put it in your numbers.
Yeah.
Just as Keyshawn Johnson used to say, catch the damn ball.
They go, well, if it touches your hand,
you got to catch it. That's the rule. Now, this game, I can say me and my partner are going to disagree just because it involves our rivals in our respective divisions. It's a very intriguing matchup. You got Kyler Murray on one side, Patrick Mahomes on the other.
Go Cardinals. There goes my prediction already. You don't have to hear nothing from me. Go Cardinals.
Well, of course, he's picking the Cardinals for obvious reasons. I'm picking the Chiefs for obvious reasons. That's the only reason why we disagree is because this involves our division opponents.
I don't want career-ending injuries, but let's get Patrick Mahomes out for the season. Let's just get him out for the season. Let's just go ahead and get that out the way, and let's just leave it up because after that, it's going to come down to the Chargers and Raiders. So let's just go ahead and do that.
So before we get to our respective teams and our matchups, we're going to do the Sunday night game and the Monday night game. The Sunday night game tonight is a rematch of last year's Thursday night game, to which, in my honest opinion, the Arlington Cowboys should have won that game, in my opinion. This time it's at Jerry's World, and given the off-field drama with Tom Brady and what's going on with him, situation with his wife, this, then the third, and folks, you may need to pray for me for what I'm about to say. And I may turn blue in the face of saying this, but by God, and Lord help me, I am picking the Arlington Cowboys to beat the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. You can even tell your wife that, who's a Cowboys fan. I'm picking her damn team to beat the Buccaneers just because I can't stand Brady. Even though I love Gene Deckeroff that does Buccaneers radio, I just think there's something there's something in the water in Tampa that's not going well. And I mean, I could care less about this game, but since we are doing predictions, I'm unfortunately picking the Arlington Cowboys to beat the Buccaneers. Oh boy. Oh boy.
I'm supposed to pick the Cowboys, right? It's supposed to just come out just Cowboys, right? Not so fast, my friend. Not so fast. It will be a good game. But as we just said earlier, with the commies comes turmoil. There comes something greater. Remember what happened to Brett Favre against my Raiders Monday night?
Oh, yeah. Yes.
How many touchdowns did he throw that night?
He threw 4. And threw for 399.
I'm gonna throw up saying this. Ugh.
Oh God!
I got Brady throwing 5 touchdowns today, bro.
Oh goodness!
It's just.
Now it's funny you say that because Brady is my quarterback in one of my leagues.
Yeah.
So it's like I want him to do well.
But I just think that number one, we all know why he's going through it with his wife. She wants him home. She wants him to be a family man and stuff like that. Brady's gonna go out there and tell his wife to hold my beer. I can still play this game of football at my age. So as much as I can't open it quick enough. Got the Buccaneers, man.
I'm with you.
Let's move on. Let's get away from. I mean, I know we're gonna do this every week because we're gonna have to pick the between the Buccaneers and someone else, but with this one, it's whatever.
Well, this next matchup should be easy, but it's Russ returning home to Seattle as a member of, as my partner likes to say, the John Elways.
Wow, he looks like the logo. I'm just saying. I mean, we'll do a comparison next time so you guys can see it. But yes, he's the.
Of course, for obvious reasons, I should choose the Broncos to win the game, but I just think for some reason, and Lord, somebody really check my temperature because I really can't believe I'm going to say this, but for some strange reason, I really think the Seahawks just might find a way to spoil Russell's homecoming. I really do. I don't know why. And I shouldn't even be picking the doggone Seahawks, but I'm picking the Seahawks just because I just think they're going to try to do everything they can to spoil Russell's homecoming, because Russ really wants to stick it to Pete Carroll, but I think the Seahawks just might find a way.
Tie.
Oh boy.
Calling a tie. Not gonna pick the winner in this one. Just a tie. Right out tie. Nope. Won't do it.
Can't do it.
Can't say I want Russell Wilson to win. He's a Bronco. I mean, Geno Smith.
I get it.
Tie. I know I'm gonna be wrong because somebody's gonna win, but I just, for the love of me, just can't. After just picking Tom Brady to win, I just can't come out and say that with that. So tie.
All right, and now we get to our teams, and already my game is already dealing with some elements. It's not even winter yet. It's not even officially fall yet, but the elements have hit Soldier Field. It is raining in Chicago as the Trey Lance era of 49ers football begins as they take on the Chicago Bears. So Matt Eberflus gets to get his first game under the belt. Justin Fields come in as the unquestionable starter for the Bears. Of course, I'm picking my team for obvious reasons, but I really never felt, I don't want to say confident, but I don't think a team has ever been more prepared, certainly in the York era of 49er football, than perhaps this team coming into 2022. 224 days they had to wait since they gave the game to the Rams in Inglewood and had a 10-point lead and lost it because Kyle Shanahan, you stopped giving Deebo Samuel the football. That's on you. Hopefully this year you've learned if something is working, don't go away from it.
That's been the theme since he's taken over. Well, not
anyhow
took over. That's been the theme since his Super Bowl loss.
Yes. Anyhow, there was the whole drama of, is Deebo going to get traded? Is he not going to get traded? Well, he's resigned, and hopefully Deebo still learned how to play some damn football, because as we know in the past, with the whole contract drama, normally you don't play well. But the big question for me was, again, the offensive line, because losing Lingley Tomlinson, I know some of the faithful were not big fans of Tomlinson, but Tomlinson was solid being on the other side next to Trent Williams.
Yeah. You
got Mike McGlinchey returning, and hopefully he can come back to his form that he was as a rookie. We'll find that out. So for me, it's really about the O-line. Aaron Banks from Notre Dame, who I liked, was finally able to get on the field. Obviously, George Kittle's not going to play today, to which I would not rush him anyway.
No,
because Charlie Warner and Ross Dwelly have proven they are very, very capable. Correct. In being in the system. So, I mean, one thing about Kyle Shanahan, he always finds guys to plug in to play and play well, especially when it comes to running backs, as we all know. What have you. So, Banks will be on the left side. Jake Brindle is coming in as the starting center because my main concern was who we're going to have at center when Alex Mack, who had a tremendous distinguished career, retired. And the other offensive lineman that I saw that was going to play alongside, looking at you, I want to say is Jake Brindle. So we'll see how that goes. You still got Colton McKibbich. You still got Daniel Brunskill, who can play guard and center. So I mean, this is not the monsters of the Midway in the past.
No,
as it has been. But again, you have a dynamic talent in Trey Lance who can sling that ball down the field.
yeah, dual threat.
The only question is, can he fit it through a tight roto? That's been his Achilles heel, if you will. But again, as we know, they're not going to ask Trey to throw the ball 45 times because they are still predicated on the run game. And you got Elijah Mitchell in the backfield. You got Jordan Mason, the undrafted rookie free agent from Georgia Tech, who made the team, which said bye-bye to Trey Sermon.
Yeah,
which
shocking.
And I thought Trey Sermon had a chance to get right, but also Tyron Davis Price, the rookie from LSU, who also had a good camp, was another reason why Trey Sermon became expendable.
Agreed.
As already said, I got the name wrong. It's Jordan Mason, not our dad's name. So my apologies for that. But Jordan Mason, rookie from Georgia Tech, undrafted free agent, had a tremendous preseason roster, made the team. Of course, you still got Jeff Wilson Jr., who is almost kind of like Jordan Mason.
Yeah.
They're both just fit,
interchangeable.
Physical big running backs. So I like where they're at. I like the fact that Juwan Jennings is a starter because I called for Juwan Jennings to get some damn playing time. And Tennessee Volunteers doing well. But I think the name to look out for is Danny Gray, the rookie from SMU, number 86.
Okay.
That man has got some tremendous speed and had a tremendous camp. The SMU Mustang was just tremendous, and I think he could do some things. But I really think the breakout star this year, I really think it's going to be Brandon Ayuk. I think Brandon Ayuk is going to have a big year for the Niners. So obviously I have the Niners beating the Bears. I have them winning in between 10 to 14 points and getting off the season to a good start.
I'll keep it short and sweet because I don't too much like to talk about your team. But anyway, I got the Niners winning this one as well. It won't be as easy as it thinks, especially with the elements. I don't see a big game from Trey Lance, but I see growing pains. He's going to do some good things and he's going to do some bad things. I mean, just what comes with a second-year quarterback, and he really didn't take much last year. But yeah, I got you guys winning this one. I would love to see how your defense is going to be, mainly your secondary. I know what your linebackers are going to bring. I know what your front four is going to bring. I would like to see what your secondary is going to do. As for Fields, he's got another big chip on his shoulder, even that from last year. So he's going to come out trying to sling the ball, and the elements, they're going to run the ball. But yeah, I got the Niners winning this one by maybe 7-10 points. Yeah, you guys are going to be solid. So yeah, enough of that. Travis.
And now, what is supposed to be an actual road game is actually more of a home game.
What's that?
But nonetheless, your beloved Raiders head on to Inglewood, California, inside the big Wi-Fi in SoFi to take on the Inglewood Chargers. Basically, you can say this is the sixth quarter, picking up from last year's regular season finale, which the Chargers were purposely trying to tie the Raiders into the playoffs. And Rich Bisaccia, who is now the special teams coach for Green Bay, said, "No, we're winning the damn game because I don't need Al Davis' soul in my dreams." I'm like, why didn't you kick the field goal?
Yes.
We played to win the game and beat the Chargers.
Yes. Stick it to him.
But with that said, there's been a lot of expectations for the Chargers. Some have the Chargers literally possibly making a Super Bowl run.
Agreed.
Behind you. And some people really think they can win the Super Bowl. They've added Khalil Mack to go aside Joey Bosa, which is really going to cause some fits. But also on the other side, there's a lot of expectations for the Raiders. Again, it was on this show that you said, don't be surprised if they trade for Devontae Adams and the former Fresno State Bulldog is reunited with the other Fresno State Bulldog to recreate their magic that it was in Fresno as Bulldogs. But in addition to that, there's Zamir White to complement JJ in the backfield. So of course, Georgia Bulldog, shout out.
It is.
Not to mention the fact that what you wished for when you woke up yesterday happened. One of the best tight ends in football, Darren Waller, gets his extension. So he'll be wearing that 83 for another 5 years. And certainly, if you haven't read the story, you need to. It's a tremendous story. Even still wearing the Sprouts shirt that he was working at while he was on the practice squad in Baltimore.
Yes.
In any event, how that is, it's back and sling it. I guess you could say is which will have enough defense to counter the offense because there's going to be a lot of firepower because you have Mike Williams and Keenan Allen on one side and Guyton.
Goodness.
You got Adams, Renfro, Matt Collins, Waller, Turner, and Johnson on the other. So you might want to get your LED lights ready because the scoreboard might be lighting up because it could be some old-fashioned, old-school AFL football.
Yeah, it could be a shootout today. It could easily be. What I was going to get to is which defense holds because, both, like you said, both sides have firepower. We already know I'm picking the Raiders to win, so we're just going to get that out the way. That's just going to happen. But I love what this regime is doing. I was skeptical at first, I love what Josh McDaniels is saying and what he's bringing to this organization. I've watched every press conference, every little thing that I can about what they're trying to do. And every time I watch something, they just wow me. And seeing what Ziegler has done, getting these players, trading players, moving these parts, getting these parts, beautiful. I'm still a little concerned about my offensive line. It's still a little spotty, mainly the right side. Colton Miller, that I'm not worried about him. He's gonna do his thing. He's gonna lock up whoever's on that side. Yeah. Just excited to see what Carr and Adams gonna do. I hope Carr does not be like, okay, I got Adams. Let's focus. Still spread the ball around, run the offense, feel it, get the rhythm. And I see no defense in this game. I see a few sacks here, maybe a few here and there, but I see it could easily be 35, 32, 35, 34. Whoever has the ball at the end, I see a continuance of what happened last year in week 18, but I do see my Raiders coming out on top. Just going to be good, clean football both ways. And I just hope the referees don't get in the way. Raiders all the way.
I'm just going to call a Daniel Carson walk-off field goal, and I'll leave it at that.
There it is. Money Carlson.
And plus, he's my fantasy kicker, so that I'm going to give me some fantasy points.
Oh, well, he's going to get you points because it's going to be some touchdowns. I believe we're not going to be that team last year that gets to the red zone and falls. I believe with McDaniels, you're not going to know who to match up on. I mean, we can bring in Waller. We have over 6-footers that can go get the ball. So I see us, and don't forget about the slot god, Mr. I can put you in a spin cycle with 2 moves, Renfro.
Ask Jalen Ramsey. That film is still out there.
Well, put the film out of what he did last year against the Chargers.
On Monday night.
Exactly. So
and I'm still trying to oh boy.
Do we got breaking news?
Well, there's oh boy, they did some more stuff.
Who's this?
Well, supposedly they put the wrong name on their team mugs.
Their team who?
Their team mugs.
Uh-huh.
I think they put the wrong name, if I'm not mistaken, on the wrong
Did they put the Redskins?
I don't know what they put. I'll if I can get the article going, I'll share it.
Breaking news here.
It never fails with the day. Daniel Snyder never fails. But now we will get to our division winners to predict who's going to come out of the division. Would you like to go first, sir?
we're gonna pick our division winners. Okay, here we go. So let's start with the AFC. Of course, I'm being biased. I got the Raiders coming out the West. Just down to this going to come down to them and the Chiefs, I believe, in the Week 18 matchup. And I believe the Raiders will win that game and take the West. Let's see. We got the AFC East, which means that's the Bills, Patriots, Jets, and Dolphins, correct?
Correct.
I got the Bills winning that one easy. Let's see. The North, got the Bengals. And the South, I will take the Titans.
Really? Oh,
I got the Titans. The Titans in the South. Okay, now we get to the NFC. NFC, the West. Santa Clara wins the West.
Wow. Somebody check this man's temperature.
Santa Clara wins the West. All right. The East. I see it coming down between the Eagles and the Arlington Cowboys.
Oh, yes. I would agree with that.
Cowboys. Cowboys will come out the East. The North, that would be consisted of the Bears, Packers, Vikings, and I'm missing one team.
The Lions.
Sleeper pick, Vikings win it.
Oh, going with the skull.
Vikings win it. And now what division am I missing? I got to get the South, right?
Correct. With the Buccaneers, Falcons, Panthers, and Saints.
Give me Jameis Winston. Give me famous. Give me famous.
Oh, he's
Give me the Saints. Give me the Saints coming out of that division. Give it to me. Give it to me.
Who's your wild card picks?
Buccaneers, of course.
Mm-hmm.
I'm missing and Packers.
You get one more wild card team. There's three.
Oh shit! I want to say the Cardinals or Rams are going to come out of that. I would see that. I don't see the Rams having too much of a hangover. They'll get it together in the late, towards the late, because they still have that bad man, Aaron Donald, and I just believe can't nobody stop Cooper Kupp, even though it's coming. Stafford's not healthy right now, but he'll heal. So I got the Rams or the Cardinals coming out that with the final three. And then my wild card for the AFC, well, I did pick the Raiders to win it, so that means the Chiefs will come out of that. Don't sleep on Mike Tomlin, man. Even though I got the Bengals winning that division, don't sleep on the Steelers. It'll come down to them and the Ravens. But I might think Mike Tomlin, who has never had a losing season in his career.
Correct.
I just believe that's happening. And I got one more. Don't sleep on the hoodie. The Patriots. There's my three right there.
Wow, that's a very unique dynamic list for his playoff teams. And we will save our Super Bowl prediction after I give my division winners for this. For me, start with the AFC East. I got the Bills winning the division in the AFC East.
Yeah.
I have the Bengals winning the North. I don't think the Super Bowl hangover will be too drastic.
Yeah.
South, it'll come down to the Titans and the Colts, but I'm going with the horseshoe. I think Matt Ryan might put them over the hump that Carson Wentz couldn't.
Yeah.
The AFC West, my goodness.
It's you can flip a coin with this division.
You literally can make a case that 3 teams can legitimately win that division.
And that's what they've been saying. That's what the experts have been saying, that they got all 3 teams coming out. Well, 3 teams coming out of the West.
And I don't disagree with that.
I know.
It's tough to say because, like as I've been saying, what makes me not want to pick the Chargers is because, again, they have proven over the years that they blow double-digit leads and can't finish, and that's a big red light. I think the Chiefs will come back down to earth and come back down to reality just because they lost some key players. Yes, I know you're never out of the fight with Mahomes, but there is something brewing here in the city of residence that I live in.
It is.
That really could lead to the next winning waves, if you will, of Raider football. I just believe that. I just believe that wholeheartedly. So I'm going to go with Josh McDaniels. I just think they find a way to win the division.
Yeah.
I have the Raiders winning the division by 1 game because I think it's going to take 10 to 12 to win that division.
I totally agree. Even if you got 11, you might not make it in.
11 might be enough. All right, so NFC. I have the Cowboys again winning the East, although I think the Eagles will be right there.
Yeah,
it'll come down to those 2 for the NFC East.
I agree.
I agree with you. I'm picking Skull to upset the Packers and end their reign of terror.
Yes.
Again,
yes.
I just like what Minnesota's doing. I like what Kevin O'Connell's doing. Yeah. I think he's going to put Kirk Cousins in tremendous position to succeed.
Agreed.
And I normally don't feel that way about Kirk Cousins, but something in the Twin Cities, something in the Lakes might have the Vikings beat the Packers for that division. Even with the drama, I'm still going to pick the Buccaneers to win the South. Yeah. Even though I do think the Saints will be better, and I think Atlanta will also be better.
Oh well, yeah. I think they're all 3 going to fight. Mariota's going to be a hell of a quarterback for that team. But I just believe that the Saints might have a little more edge with their defense, and of course, it's Tom freaking Brady.
And of course, I'm picking my beloved Niners to win the West. That's just no given. I would slap myself if I didn't think that, unless they're just really, really sucking. My 3 wildcard teams out of the NFC. I'm picking the Eagles. I'm picking the Packers.
Yeah.
And I'm going to choose the Cardinals over the Rams.
See, that was my I agree.
Because just like the AFC West, the NFC West, those 3 teams could possibly come out and have a playoff spot.
Exactly.
But again, it's just the Rams have so much money tied into a few players that is just like, where is your depth?
Yeah.
And that seems to be a problem with the Rams, and it might have gotten exploited in the game against the Bills.
Yeah.
Where was the depth?
Yeah.
Because if they have a catastrophic injury that they can't recover from, that might be some problems for Les Snead and Sean McVay.
I agree.
In the games to come during the season.
Indeed.
So,
here
we go. The coup de grace. We have our Super Bowl picks.
Wait, you didn't pick your 3 teams out the West.
Yeah, I did.
No, you didn't pick your 3 teams out of AFC, did you?
No, I did not choose the AFC.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you. I did not choose my AFC playoff teams.
Well, the wild card, because you said
yes. I think the Chargers will be a wild card team. I do.
Yeah.
I think the Titans will be a playoff team.
Yeah.
And this is so tough because you never want to count out the hoodie. But damn it, you never count out Mike Tomlin. I am torn between the Patriots and the Steelers being that wild card slot.
You saying the Chiefs are just flat out not going to make it this year?
Just because the AFC West is so dang tough. The AFC West is going to beat up on each other.
Facts.
And you may be lucky if only 2 come out of that division.
Facts.
But at the same time, I think the Chargers give the Chiefs fits.
Yeah.
They just do. Even
we'll
though
next week, we'll see Thursday.
Thursday night, exactly. Thursday night. The division gets started with those two, with Al Michaels and Kirk Herbstreit. Because I mean, Mahomes and Herbert. Well, I mean, you know how I feel about Herbert. I said Herbert is just going to be a star.
Yeah.
And like I said, the last time the Chargers drafted a quarterback from Oregon, it turned out pretty well. He went by the name of Dan Fouts, who just happens to be in the Hall of Fame.
Pretty much. Pretty much.
So I mean, I you know what? Because I love Mike Tomlin, I think the Steelers get the last wildcard slot.
That's why I picked the Steelers too.
I can't go against Tomlin. I can't go against the best ran organization in the NFL. That is the Pittsburgh Steelers. I can't do it.
And when the man has not had a losing season in his career, it's hard to go against.
Yeah.
Just even though when they find a way, when the season starts off bleak, and you're looking like this ain't the Steelers. They ain't playing Steeler football. Mike Tomlin gets that. The Steelers to me are like I'm a reference NBA team. They're like the San Antonio Spurs to me. We stick with what we got. We don't change. We don't alter. I mean, we do adjust because that's what you have to do in sports. But we're going to run what works for us, and we're not going to go against it. So I would have been ashamed if you didn't pick Mike Tomlin to get into the playoffs.
Can't go against winning. Can't go against that.
You can't.
So now we come to our Super Bowl picks, and well, I'll just say this. In reference to one of our beloved people that we grew up watching, of course, the Swami, Chris Berman, for many, many years, he kept predicting this as a Super Bowl. I promise you probably did it for about 5 years straight.
Yeah.
And I'm going to rock with it. I'm going to say Super Bowl 57 will include the Orchard Park Bills.
Oh, boy.
Against my beloved Santa Clara 49ers.
Oh boy!
So we finally get the Swami Super Bowl matchup that he's been wanting back in the 90s when he wanted the K-Gun offense of the Bills against the West Coast offense of the Niners. And of course, when the two got together, there were no punts in that football game. So not to sound like a homer, but I really do feel like that my 49ers and the Bills both have Super Bowl ready rosters right now and can really, really get there. And it would be you got 2 stallions of a quarterback and in height and stature with Josh Allen and Trey Lance, which could be something, but also with Von Miller on one side and Nick Bosa on the other. It's who has enough pressure, who has enough consistency to make sure that those 2 guys don't dictate the pace of the game. So that's one Super Bowl matchup. If my team is not fortunate to make it, well, I'll just say this: the Bills are going to be my AFC team to represent the AFC in the Super Bowl because as much as I love what your team's doing, I think they may be about a year away from getting there. I will say within the next 3 to 4 years, the Raiders will make an appearance in the Super Bowl. You're saying 3 years it'll happen?
3 years.
3 years. He's giving it 3 years.
I'll give you my full analysis after you do yours because I got something brewing right here that's gonna make your eyes bulge out like a cartoon character.
So I got the Bills, even if they don't play my team.
I do got that too. I do. Have
as far as the NFC team, I don't know what other. Well, you know what? If my team does not make it out of the NFC, there's maybe 2 teams I have that could possibly do it. Obviously, one's the Buccaneers because you never count out that damn Brady.
We're reviving.
But other team that could possibly do it if Jerry Jones gets his head out of his ass. The Cowboys do have the roster to make the Super Bowl. They do. It just depends on if they stay focused or not. But my sleeper team that could possibly shock it all and just say hold everything. Again, I'm going back to the lakes. The Vikings can shock some people this year and really can make a run for it. I really think they can. So if it's not the Bills and Niners, why not have an intriguing Bills versus Vikings Super Bowl? Why not? Why not?
Okay.
All right, sir, the floor is yours.
Okay. So we're already going to say we're picking our teams to make it to the Super Bowl. So before I get there, I'm going to give you the AFC Championship game.
Oh, really?
I'm going to give you my two teams. I got the Bills and the Raiders playing each other to get to the Super Bowl.
Really?
Yes. Now, of course, since we already said this is the one where we're picking the Raiders to win. I got the Raiders beating the Bills, but we might get a Super Bowl preview January 1st. Yeah, bulge those eyes out, like I said. We might get a Super Bowl preview January 1st. I got the Raiders and Niners in the Super Bowl. Give these fans what we've been wanting for years. We already wanted a Bay Area Super Bowl for the shit talking to go on for years to come. Why not give it to us this year? Why not? Let's go. Let's go. I mean, that will be tremendous. You will have two historic franchises that have never even been to the Super Bowl to play each other, but has history. I got that happening. And of course, I got us beating the crap out of your team in the Super Bowl, But
on many of occasions, both of our teams have made it to Championship Sunday on the same time.
Mm-hmm.
The last time it happened was in the 1990 season.
Yep.
When we both got beat by teams that, one actually plays in the state of New York.
Did the Bills beat us that year, right?
Correct.
Yep.
And my team held the Giants out of the end zone, but Matt Barr had kicked 5 field goals, and Leonard Marshall literally knocked out Joe Montana for a year.
Was that the third time the Bills have been to the Super Bowl and lost?
Oh, no, that was their first appearance.
That was the first one. Okay.
That was the first of 4 straight. Yes.
Yeah. All right. Now, my logical, like you said, I wouldn't be surprised if it's Brady. Hell, Aaron Rodgers might pull it out his ass. He's been there the past 2 years. So
3 years.
3 years. Excuse me. I was going to say 3, but I would want to but yeah, wouldn't be surprised. And I also agree with you. Don't be shocked if the Vikings get there. They have the team, the talent to do it. And I also agree about the Cowboys. But if I had to pick anything, I have the Bills, if it's not my Raiders, in the Super Bowl. Just flat hands down. They had a taste of it last year. They know they should have beat the Chiefs that game if their defense would have just held together. And
just squib the damn ball. Squib kick it.
That too. Josh Allen showed you that he has the testicular fortitude to lead this team in any type of situation to put the team on his back and win the game. He proved that last year. And he did it Thursday night when he just tremendous stiff arm. Ain't no quarterback supposed to be stiff arm nobody like that. And then just to put the MJ Space Jam stretch in the end zone to get that touchdown over Bobby Wagner. Tremendous. I wouldn't be shocked to say the Bills versus the Buccaneers. I just think Tom Brady wants one more hoorah, and he has it in him because he's want to prove to his wife, stick to his wife. But I also, before I picked the Niners, my dream match Super Bowl would have been Raiders versus Buccaneers. But
I would just say it would make sense because it will come full circle.
Yes.
Finally, Raider Nation to get revenge.
Yes.
For the infamous game we're not going to talk about, considering that it is its 20-year anniversary, unfortunately. But that would make it come full circle to deny Brady a chance to win another Super Bowl. So I get that. We're both very high on the Bills.
Yeah.
We're both very high on the Vikings just because I just think they got something brewing in the water.
Yes.
Cheers to football. It has returned, and now it is get your computers and your tablets and your phones ready to check fantasy stats, to check scores, red zone, whatever you want, whatever you may have it. This is why football is the number 1 sport in the United States of America.
And can I give a PSA real quick before we end it?
Go ahead.
Stop calling your team a nation. There's only one damn nation. One. There ain't no Steeler Nation, no Niner Nation, no Lion Nation. It don't even sound right. Raider Nation. Period. I'm done.
Say it with passion, why don't you?
Hey, well. I mean,
Well. Fans that follow their teams for years know that certain fan bases have certain names. I've never called my team a nation.
No.
For years.
Empire. You've been an Empire and a Faithful. That works.
Well, I don't even say Empire because we ain't done shit since 1994. ain't done a damn thing under this regime of Denise, Dr. John, and Jed. If we were Empire, yes. Under Eddie DeBarlo Jr., yes, we were. But we were always called the Faithful.
Facts.
That's what we're called. That's what we are. Now, they're not faithful to the Bay because they don't play in the Bay. They play in Silicon Valley. But don't get me started on that. But that is the name of the fan base.
Yes.
That's how we'll call it. That's how we'll die calling it.
Yes.
Now, if you want to go to a nation across the country. But nobody was screaming about nation until after the Raiders did the moniker first. Then everyone else seemed to follow suit. So I understand and sympathize what my brother was saying, which is why he is wearing one of his favorite shirts of all time.
Oh, yes. Ever.
But that is our predictions. And we are 30 minutes away from kickoff.
Let's go.
Officially start the season. 30 minutes away. And actually, my team is 30 minutes away from kicking it off in Chicago, Illinois.
Oh, yes. I will dive in for a little bit.
Yes, indeed. But as always, we thank you for tuning in. This is our 2022 NFL prediction of who's going to win the Super Bowl, who's going to win the divisions, who's going to win the wild card. Of course, as you know, something always seems to be different. That's what makes football such a great game.
Yeah.
Makes it such a passionate game. It's the ultimate team game because, yes, one guy can single-handedly win the game, but it takes all 53 to do it. So, cheers to football. And for fan bases who you cheer for, hoping for no catastrophic injuries. We know injuries are a part of the game, but hopefully
his name is Patrick Mahomes.
Oh, the AFL rivalry, it runs deep. But nonetheless, have a fun season. Hopefully you get to attend some games this year.
Yes.
We're trying to get to at least one. We're aiming for the Chargers and the Raiders on December the 4th. And if somehow
that will be a live show.
If somehow God makes a miracle happen, because he still is in the miracle of making miracles,
Amen.
Or in the business of making miracles, we might show up January the 1st, and you might get a live show inside the Death Star as his team plays my team on New Year's Day, which I still don't know why they wait until New Year's Day to do that. But that's another story for another day and time. Anyhow, with that said, we thank you for watching this edition of the Mizzle Dub Show. Again, you can leave your comments. Heck, you can even comment you can comment your predictions for the season in the comment box if you like. And we will definitely try to have some guests on during the football season of different fan bases so they can give their perspective on what they're seeing from their teams.
Yes. And also, stay tuned. We will do our own version of primetime after the week one has ended. It will be either it will be tonight or it'll be Monday after the Monday night game to cap off week one. But yes, stay tuned. We'll be double dipping a lot this season because, of course, football is our bread and butter. And we want to give the fans, the people, what they want.
So with that said, we're 29 minutes away from kickoff.
Let's go.
And somebody, dadgummit, is going to be running through the tunnel.
Let's go.
And somebody, please tell Michael Irvin to give him some Vaseline, please.
Yeah, or some Vicks, some lotion, something. Get that taken care of.
But anyhow, he's Mizzle. I'm Dub. And as always, damn it, it is 5 o'clock somewhere.
All right.
And somebody is saying, damn it, give me a beer right now as they are tailgating.
Somebody already woke up with a beer, shots. Matter of fact, Bill's Mafia has probably been broken 20 tables right about now.
And they already played.
Exactly. So, all right, brother. Well, we'll chiming in with you throughout the day. You know, we'll be talking about football.
Indeed.
All right, enjoy football, everybody.
We will see you for week 2 of the Mizzle Dub Show.
Bye, Canada.